what's going on? My friend Julian Sherman here, coming to you live from my rooftop here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where my hometown is. You can see the skyline behind me over there, city of brotherly love. Haven't cut a video for you, and it's a little windy up here, so at any point if you can't hear me, I don't know what to tell you, but I wanted to make this video because I've been sending out a lot of emails, for webinar reminders, to make sure you get to the webinars, to see the automated system that we've put in place here that's been changing so many lives. And I'll get into that in a second and how this video will directly benefit you. But I haven't made you a personal video, one-to-one like this since I think when I was in Thailand. I was in Thailand for 2 months working on some projects, and now I'm finally back here in Philadelphia, heading to Vegas with my partners to work on some automation to really help the newest person like yourself who has no online experience get a result online. But I was just inspired to make this video just to connect with you because I know it's been a while. I don't really have a specific topic for this video. I just wanted to connect with you, kind of let you know how things have been going, give you some updates and some really exciting stuff that's been happening over the last little bit here. So before I get into that, I'm literally just standing here in pure gratitude, for you and really just for everything that's been going on over the past couple years. Before I get into really what's been coming together here, I want to share with you a quick story and how literally, if you're in a bad spot in your life like I was a couple years ago, how one decision can really change everything for you. 2 years ago, like about 2.5 years ago, I was at the point in my life, I don't know if you can relate, but I was at the point in my life where I just, nothing was going right for me. I was a personal trainer making $10 an hour, really didn't have a skill set to live the life of my dreams, to travel the world like I do full time now. I just got back from Thailand after being there for 2 months. I was in Hawaii for a couple months. I lived in Costa Rica for a couple months. But 2.5 years ago, I was a personal trainer. I was making $10 an hour. So not only did I have enough money to travel the world and do what I want, spend time with my friends and family, I was stuck to a physical location. I don't know if you can relate if you're at a 9-to-5 job where the only way you get paid is if you're at a physical location. So I was kind of frustrated. I knew that I needed to find something. So it was about 2.5 years ago. I was a broke personal trainer, like I said, making a little $10 an hour, and then I got a raise to $12 an hour. Woo! And I was going to school. I was going to a community college for a business degree in community college because I knew I wanted to do business. I had no business experience, but I knew I wanted to do business. I kind of got to the point where, for one, I was burnt out with my personal training job. I didn't want to do it anymore. I love working out, but I wasn't passionate for $10 an hour. Even though you love something, for $10 an hour, there's not much you can do. That doesn't really excite me, and I'm sure you can relate. And I remember in my business class at community college, I was sitting there in the back of the classroom, taking notes from this professor who was supposedly, an expert in the business field. And then one day after class, I was just curious. I went up to this guy and I'm like, hey man, what types of businesses are you running? What businesses have you been successful with? He's like, actually, these principles are effective. I've just never actually ran a business myself, but I teach, the top principles. And that's when it hit me. That's when I was just like, holy crap. If I'm supposed to be learning business, why would I follow somebody who's preaching old school, outdated business principles, but he's never actually ran a business? The guy never ran a business in his life. So that's when, things started to change for me. One thing I learned from Tony Robbins is that the quickest way to get success, the key to getting success, is modeling. Finding someone who has the results that you want and doing what they do. I was that kid in the back of the classroom. I started failing all my classes, getting D's, because I was just in the back of the classroom on my laptop pretending to take notes. But really, I was just searching for ways to make money online. I was searching for ways to start an online business because I knew it's the type of business you can start with very low startup capital, and the rewards you can get are absolutely insane. So, I was searching, I failed, I bought these products, I tried everything. And it wasn't really until I was scrolling through my Facebook newsfeed one day in the class, I was scrolling through my Facebook newsfeed and I stumbled across a video of actually my current mentor right now. gentleman by the name of Cameron, and he actually absolutely changed my life. I didn't know Cameron at the time, but in the video, I could tell he was genuine, he was authentic, he had the results that I wanted, I started plugging in with this guy. I started following what he taught me, what he was training, and ever since then, you know, since I was following exactly what he showed me, and he was the type of person who put himself $60,000 in debt, buying all the courses, trying to figure out how to make money online. And he was able to do $1 million by the age of 24. He did over 7 figures in sales. And now he just, you know, he traveled the world full time. So I applied the information that he taught me, and all of a sudden my life is completely different. You know, now I'm traveling the world full time. I'm earning multiple 6 figures a year online, and this year I'm actually on track to you know, do over $500,000, closer to 7 figures, from the information he taught me. And I'm just like, I'm getting chills right now, because if you would have told me, you know, 2.5 years ago, my initial goal, I just wanted to make a couple grand a month so I could be full-time online. And now I'm having consistent 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 months. And me and my business partner, actually with a new campaign and a new system we're working with, last month combined, we did over $200,000 in a single month, which it sounds crazy when I say it, but if you guys, you know, here's some, I'm on the roof here. I brought some checks because I was just holding these checks that I was bringing to the bank to deposit today, and I just got so inspired to make this video, because when you have information that really changes your life, like this information, guys, this information changed my life. So to be able, and my clients' lives as well, and people that join our team, you know, I'm having people message me and saying, hey, Julian, thank you so much for what you taught me. For example, Steve King, he came in, he was a blue collar worker, had no online experience, plugged into our simple system, and you know, he did $7,200 in his first month. And actually last month with this new campaign that I'll tell you about in a second, he had a $40,000 month. So if I didn't share this information that changed my life, Steve wouldn't have, you know, went off to quit his job and just have a $40,000 month. Or people like David Trashel, who came into our community 9 months ago. Literally just 9 months ago. He was making about $4,000 or $5,000 a month in his job, so not bad money, but he had no time freedom. You know, yes, he had money, but he was stuck to a 9-to-5 job. He couldn't travel the world with his girlfriend, which is what he loves. Plugged into our system, within his 6th month, he had a $10,000 month. His 7th month, he did over $20,000. And in his 9th month in the business, David did over $40,000. Which is absolutely insane. And if, you know, if you're getting this, then you've been getting emails from my webinars, you've seen David, you've seen Steve, you've seen the testimonials we have. You know, this is real stuff, guys. I'm not some random guy behind a computer screen. I'm just a regular 25-year-old kid from Philadelphia who found the right information, found the right people, and now I'm living an incredible lifestyle, traveling full-time, waking up to checks in my mailbox. And I don't say that to brag or boast. If you talk to my friends or family or anybody that that knows me personally, I am a very modest person. I really find it unattractive when people brag or boast. It's not to impress you. It's to impress upon you really what can happen when you plug into the right information. So just some checks I was actually going to deposit today. You can see I'm on the roof here, beautiful skyline, and I put this thing because it's windy, but you can see, just to show you an example, you can see here some checks, you know, $6,000, that was for a bonus that we received in the company, $1,000, $180, $30, there's some, you know, regular checks, $50, $340, and you can see how many checks are really here. I mean, take a look at this. There's a bunch of little ones, 30, 20, but it adds up. You know, when you got a couple hundred checks, 180, 20, look at all these checks, 320, 20, 40, 150, 320. You know, it's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. 50, 40, yeah, absolutely crazy. Crazy thing is like that was just a dream to me. You know, 2.5 years ago when I found this information, I'm like, if one day I can figure out how to wake up and have checks in my mailbox, you know, my life would never be the same. And, you know, thankfully, yes, I put in the work, but I got around the right people. I got around the mentors. I got around people, like I said, like Tony Robbins says, if you want to get a result, the quickest way to get a result is simply find somebody with that result, ask them what they did, and do it. It's really that simple. That's all I've done. I'm not special. I had a 2.2 college GPA. I basically failed. I dropped out. I was a personal trainer. All I knew how to do was, you know, lift weights. And I never made more than $10 an hour. And now, I'm going off to have, multiple 5-figure months and helping a lot of people. It's not just me, because yes, making, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a month plus is cool. But when you get messages from people like yourself, brand new people with no experience who plugged into an automated system and get results, that feeling you get is much more powerful than making money on your own. Because yes, you have to put on your oxygen mask first. You have to, get success first. You have to make money first so you can survive and do what you need. But once you get to that point, it's more than that. You want to help people, and that's kind of what we're here to do. So basically, the biggest reason, if you haven't attended one of our webinars, which this is a reminder, attend our next webinar. I send you email reminders to make sure you get the webinar. But reason being is, when I got started in the industry, I had to learn everything. I had to learn how to build pages, email leads, build capture pages. It took me a long time in the beginning. And, I was one of the few of the people that were able to get results in this industry, because there's a lot of moving parts. You got to learn how to capture leads, email those leads. You have to learn how to do webinars. You have to learn how to do back-end closing calls. And me and my partner, Matthew, we realized that most people can't do that. Most people can't, everybody can, I did, I'm nobody special, but most people aren't willing to go through that learning curve. So me and my partner were sitting there one day, we're like, how can we make it so that the newest person can come in like yourself with no experience and get a result? And that's when we developed the Global Affiliate Zone in our system, and that's why we're having people come in and, some of them doing 7,000 in their first month, 10,000 within 3 months, people having $10,000, dollar months within 90 days. 180 days. It's absolutely insane. And the reason being is because myself and my partner, we've actually automated 90% of the sales process. 90% of the things that you have to do normally to make money online, which everybody in the industry has to do, we've eliminated. We've completely eliminated that. And that's the biggest reason why so many people are getting results, because when you have to do all those moving parts, it can be hard. There's a lot of moving parts, but when you have 6-figure internet marketers automating 90% of the process, so all you have to do is come in and focus on 10% of the work that needs to be done, running small Facebook ads, and we give click-by-click training on that, and you have 6-figure marketers automating 90% of that, it's a lot easier to get a result. And now we're actually in the process, me and a couple of my partners that you've probably seen on the webinars, we're actually going to Las Vegas. We're going to Las Vegas so that we can really automate things as much as possible. We've hired the best web developers, the best programmers. We've hired the best people to work on your behalf, so you can just come in, focus on, click-by-click stuff, 10% of the work that needs to be done, and let us automate 90% of everything else. And that's how you can get a result fairly quickly. You can see here, we've actually brought in, top programmers literally in the industry. Here's my buddy Eric. Look at that setup. How many screens do you got there? That's insane. Is that coding?
Cranking away, buddy.
See, I would never be able to do this coding stuff. Is this top secret information?
If they could read it, good luck.
But yeah, so we've hired the best people so that you don't have to worry about the tech stuff. You don't have to worry about building websites. You can see in the background, my man clicking away. We have literally the best people in the entire industry, automating things so that, like I said, you can come in, focus on the small 10% of the work that needs to be done and get a result. So, that's my rant for today. I just wanted to make this quick video just to kind of keep you in the loop. I'm going to be in Las Vegas over the next couple weeks. I'm leaving on the 25th of April. So I'll be shooting you a lot more video updates then. And for now, if you're getting my emails to attend the webinar, attend the webinar. You're going to see how we've automated 90% of this process and how you can come in and get a result extremely, extremely quickly. So make sure that you attend the webinar. And if you're seeing this and you've already attended the webinar, I don't know what you're waiting for. I mean, you could either, wisdom comes from two places, mistakes or mentors. So you can either come in, you can either, learn how to make money online on your own, go through a massive learning curve like I did and get a result, and it might take, a couple years. Or you can plug into a proven system like we show on our webinar, have 6-figure marketers automate 90% of what needs to be done, come in and get a result. Like Jeff Rayburn, who came in with no experience, and in his 6 month in the business, he did $10,000. Or Justin Connell, who was on EI. He was about to lose his house. He got started in our community, And he had a $10,000 month within, I think, his 5th or 6th month. And we go over all this on the webinar. So if you've already seen the webinar and you know the power of what we have here, I just want to make this to let you know that, this is real. We are real people. And, I might have a button below to join the team if you've already seen the webinar, so you can get on a coaching call and work with us. And if not, I look forward to seeing you on the next webinar, breaking it all down. And I'm going to keep you in the loop with more videos here as things move along. So Julian here signing out. Eric, say peace to the people.
See you guys. Work hard.
Work
Trust
hard.
this guy.
Trust this guy. All right, guys. We'll chat soon. Take care.